You may recognize this video, you may not. You may recognize the name of the video. This is my version of the video that has been out for years. A video where Elvis was titled A Shapeshifter. Now, I made this video myself after witnessing something with my very own eyes that happened to Alex Jones on a live feed that I rewound and caught on a cell phone. I don't really want to relive this, but the video is out there. I'll put a link right here in the video or at the end so you can find it if you want to see it. The point being, this weird eye show made me remember another video I had seen long before, years before in fact. I always found the video bothersome, kind of in the way that people find the uncanny valley bothersome. If you don't know what that is, look it up. Maybe you'll see how it pertains to this. But there's this right here, a weirdness that happens with either the lens or the camera or the lighting, whatever it is, or shape-shifting. Whatever the reasoning is, something very weird happens here and is very noticeable. At least it was to me. So I make the video, I go through it, give a little bit of information, go on about my day. And after a few days, I noticed the video starting to get some views, but I also noticed people were really working super hard to explain away the video, to explain why it was fake. You know, some things in life I kind of thought that you wouldn't obviously need to explain away. I never watched this feeling like there was some dark conspiracy to make Elvis look weird. It just seemed like an odd video. So, you know, after a few more days of reading these comments, mostly lies or slander, I thought to myself, well, maybe I'll help these folks out. Maybe I'll find that video that they speak of, that color video, the DVD quality version that's going to be so much better. We can see a normal faced Elvis and get back to the rest of our lives. Secure in the fact that there's nothing weird ever, anytime, going on, anywhere, at any moment in the world. Elvis was fine. He was absolutely fine. What the hell is this? I'm just going to act like I don't see this because God only knows what the comments would be here.
Well, sir, I got a comment for you. I'll tell you what that is right there. That's Photoshop. It's obviously Photoshop that you got going right there.
Interesting. Interesting concept. I see that a lot in the comments. Everything's Photoshop. Can you explain to me how Photoshop works exactly and how it would be used to do that to his fingers?
What are you, some kind of smart-ass boy? It's Photoshop.
Just asking a question, sir. And yes, I'm aware it's Photoshop because that's what people say. And then when I ask how, they always just say, well, you know, it's Photoshop.
You know what it does? It does stuff like that. You take something, you put it through the computer, and you got the Photoshop, and it comes out on that end like that. Simple as that. Photoshop.
No, dude, it's not Photoshop. It's data moshing, dude. I'm gonna use like a new hip name for the same bullshit that's just as wrong as the other guy. Here, look at some examples and tell me I'm wrong. Data moshing. That's what it is, brah. Oh, yes. Obviously, I was wrong. It's plain to see those two pictures are exactly the same. Data moshing.
This idiot ever seen the color version? I think a psychiatrist is needed.
Hey, before we get to the good part of this video finally, help me pick the next video. Are we going to do a Bush with a shapeshifter on her face? A clone of Stephen A. Smith? Or are we going to talk about the time Britney Spears exposed a member of the royal family as a shapeshifter? Please vote for your choice right here. Voting ends in 48 hours. Okay, enough fun, let's get to it. Here's the color everybody wanted so badly. The quality is better, so now it's even more creepy when you see weird things. Yay! I'm not even going to talk about how the end of Elvis's chin moves if you go really slow with this portion of the video. What I am going to ask is, you see the neckline and the outline of that man right there, and then you see this man? How is that the same guy? How is that the same guy? And while I'm asking crazy questions, how is this the same guy? This is supposed to be the same picture taken from a different angle at the same moment. It is not the same guy. That last guy looks like this guy. And those guys look like the guys that played the concert later. But then the guy with the bulging eye that we're all so fond of, who is he? Where does he come from? This, in color, remember? This wasn't supposed to happen. It's in color. It'll be better. Now it looks like the thumbnail from the other video, guys. Is this just a simple case of they hired a double and maybe perhaps they got the worst case scenario ever for a double?
be advised this presentation tape of the original has been made for the sole purpose of a private screening. The scenes have been purposely recorded out of sequence. The original tape contains 4½ hours of most of the songs Elvis Presley recorded throughout his career. The time code has been inserted for the owner's protection and is not visible on the original tapes. 6 weeks after these recorded concerts, Elvis Presley died. These are the last moments recorded of his life. The original tape is unedited and contains the original audio mix recorded at the time of his concerts. Most importantly, these tapes contain backstage and dressing room footage which CBS did not cover because their recorders were not rolling. There are also scenes of Elvis's personal life around drugs that will only be viewed by the owner of these tapes. Elvis started in black and white, and these tapes captured him ending in black and white.
Maybe we take a second here and remember Elvis was a human being, a talented human being, and he had some flaws. But you know, just because maybe he had a clone or a body double, or even had a shapeshifter take over his life, that doesn't mean the man didn't accomplish some great things. Now then, back to business. What the hell is that with his hand? Did you see that? Did you see the fingers? If you didn't, just rewind the video. Thank God we have this HD color that everybody's been asking for. They wanted the DVD quality. Give us the color. Give us the one video that's going to make everything right, Greg. Well, I jumped right on it because obviously the black and white was flawed. I mean, they're going to tell you here in a minute that it comes from one owner and the guy had it in his closet for years, while the color version could have been mucked with by any number of people. But hey, everybody insisted that the problems were happening because it was in black and white. So I'm glad. Oh, easy there, Big Eye Elvis. I was kidding about the black and white. That was those other people, man. Just chill. Yeah, the color made the difference. And as I stare at Big Eyed Elvis here, let me just say, because I know you're furiously typing a comment right now, I do realize it's not in HD, so just chill out. Just calm down a little bit. Okay, all you excuse makers, here's your chance. Look at this hand. Look at the hand. Oh my God, his hand just... Did you see that? His hand fell apart. It disintegrated. Now, go ahead and write the comment that you have 4,000 years in the TV industry and this is common as hell. You see it every day. And then give me some bodunk explanation that I'll go look up and see is wrong. Let's get that out of the way. And then there we go with the hand again. Look at the black and white version. Look at the color version. Look at that. That's creepy as hell. But don't worry. He's not changing shapes. No, that's not change. It's just some kind of trick of the light. Because obviously everything else around Elvis is distorted. Just look at it. Remember those arguments? I could also mention here, it's a little weird. This guy in the red jacket just keeps jumping in front of Elvis every time things get a little weird. Eye pops out of his head. There's a guy in the red jacket. Hand falls off. There's a guy in the red jacket. But no. You're jumping to conclusions, Greg. You need to calm down. You need your meds. Look at how his face is misshapen. Yeah, I see the arrow pointing at his gangly, cancerous, fugly hand. But look at the side of his face that is purple. I do have a point here that doesn't involve shape-shifting. The entire right side of his body is purple. That is possibly some form of horrible, horrible attempt at a special effect by probably somebody that thinks they have Elvis's best interest at heart. Because the shape of his head, the shape of his face, the discoloration, I don't know. And see, even I'm not saying it's a shapeshifter right now. That's my opinion. I think maybe somebody tried to do some kind of work on the video to make him look better, and it didn't work.
The audio at that concert for CBS made the tape of it and another concert with CBS's permission, and he has had the only copy for years. But as Williams told me, he now has to sell his one-of-a-kind tape because he has huge medical bills from several heart attacks. So he's throwing in mementos from the concerts and the machine that recorded them for someone who's willing to pay $500,000.
It's history, it's one of a kind, it's like a painting, it's like a famous painting where people will pay $1 million for just a painting.
Williams has the only copy of Elvis's later days because CBS turned its tapes over to the Presley estate.
Hold on now, why is the real video in color but the other one in black and white? If you're gonna pull off a hoax, you at least have to cover up the obvious flaws. Oh, excuse me, I'm just talking out of my ass.
Which has kept them under lock and key. Williams believes Elvis's family only wants him remembered as he was when he first became the king of rock and roll.
And now I'll give you from me what amounts to my non-crazy opinion. Look at the shape of Elvis's head, and the color especially. It's very tight. It's very almost like an alien shape where it tapers towards the chin. And there's a huge difference between the color Elvis in places and the black and white Elvis, as opposed to if you look at his jowl line. The black and white Elvis has quite a bit of jowl going there underneath, where color Elvis, he's tightened up. And I'm convinced that somebody representing the estate, or maybe even a family member, somehow got some of that footage out and had some form of primitive special effects done to it, because it looks pretty bad. And if you really slow it down when he goes in to kiss the little girl and comes back up, his chin, the point of his chin moves up and down for 3 frames. I just didn't have time to put it in here. And it doesn't really, I'm not trying to advance any point other than I think that maybe some special effects were employed by Graceland, and this was released to counteract the weird bug-eyed video that we've all seen. But this would have been years ago, and it would have been way before YouTube, so I'm almost about ready to talk myself out of it again. I'll quit talking, and I'll just stop while I think maybe I have a grasp on some answer. It's probably best we end it now anyway. Before I get in, like to the 3 Elvises and an Orion theory. Orion, the guy with the mask, you're familiar, right? The guy that came out after Elvis died, didn't claim to be Elvis, but he sang Elvis songs, trying to cash in on the Elvis faked his death train. Then you got bug-eyed Elvis, you got this Elvis. Orion was really named Jimmy Ellis in real life under the mask, maybe, or was he? At some point, other Orions started showing up. And of course, Orion was a fictional character based on a character created by Gail Brewer Giorgio. And yes, Orion was a character that faked his own death. And Gail Brewer Giorgio was the chick that went on to write Is Elvis Alive? And then we're looking here at Memphis Elvis with the actual Memphis Mafia and Linda Thompson. Who's Memphis Elvis, you ask? Memphis Elvis was someone that would leave Graceland and go around town looking somewhat like Elvis, having various adventures. So much more Elvis. Sadly, that's all we have time for today. These pictures you're seeing right now are subjects for the next video. Go to the 8-minute mark, pick the video you want to see, and that's the video I'm going to do. Don't forget to vote. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You can find us on all social media. Mr. Happy 0121. And yes, I can even make Stephen A. Smith interesting for 5 minutes. It will be awesome. Go vote